So this particular video isn't something I had planned when I left. This is actually, for the first time, kind of a video within a video. I'm out at the range and I'm in the process of testing the BCI Defense Dagger. It's a 300 AAC blackout carbine. Beautiful gun. And I'm happy to report that so far the results of the testing are as impressive as the gun itself. And I'll put a link to the videos testing the gun in the description below this one. But what I wanted to share with you something that I kind of stumbled upon by accident, and I couldn't be more pleased. When I'm doing a video that involves accuracy, I want a camera on the target really close up, and then we'll overlay it or we'll run it as a standalone so you can see what I'm seeing as we're sending it, as we're delivering it. And what I chose to use today is a camera made by Kodak. It's a Pix Pro, and I'll put the specs of the camera in the description below as well. And by a Wi-Fi signal, it sends the footage back to my phone or back to my tablet. And it allows me to control everything from here. So I can have the camera set up downrange and ready to go. I'll talk with you a little bit about what it is that we're going to be doing. Then I'll hit record, I'll shoot the string, and then I'll hit stop. And that way I'm not just running endless amount of recording video downrange. Now, I don't know why I never gave it any thought before, but what that's giving me is direct feedback right here of exactly what's happening in the impact area on the target. And I've thought several times how nice it would be to have an electronic magnified version of what's happening downrange, rather than having to stop what I'm doing, use a spotting scope, deal with the mirage and the focus issues that you do over the longer distances. But this is giving me a shot reporter right here. And again, I don't know why I never thought of it before. I've been using it for years. I've just left the device, downrange with the camera after I hit record and do all of that. Never used it for remote viewing, but it allows me to use this for remote viewing, so I've got a perfect close-up of what's happening downrange right here. All I have to do is glance off the optic, and there it is. Much cleaner, much neater, much crisper than a spotting scope. And you've got the option of the primary function I was using it for, which is recording the groups too. I assume that if I just thought of this for the first time, this other use, there must be somebody else that has the same equipment that could also find that useful as well. In the case of this particular camera, it allows me to modify what I'm looking at too. It's not just a still camera set up down there. I can zoom out, I can zoom in, I can change what I'm doing for recording it with to video, to high-speed video, to just a photograph if it's something that I want to record and want to share. And again, with this particular camera, it works on a touchscreen basis. If you want something more precise than that, you can click, zoom in, zoom out, that type of thing. But again, all of your controls for the camera, which is down in your impact area, are right here where you're shooting. So I actually had to zoom the camera out. That's really the cool part of being able to control that from right here, because the supersonic weren't even hitting within that frame that we had focused on. They're hitting, I'll measure it, but it looks to be about 6 inches high from the bull, where the subsonic was only a few inches high from the bull. Now you can really see the difference that it makes between the supersonic and the subsonic ammunition. Now I posted something about this online because frankly I'm really excited about it, and a few people came right back on and had some other great ideas too. It doesn't have to be one of these Kodak cameras like I'm using, evidently, that you're using. I guess the Hero cameras also connect by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever mechanism they use, but you can end up with the same type of system. And I also understand people that have higher end drones that have cameras that transmit back to a device. Use those for very, very long range shooting, but you can get 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles of distance out of those. I still haven't determined yet what my distance limitations are with this. I don't know how far the camera transmits. I don't know how far or on how weak of a signal this thing on my phone can actually pick it up, but I'm gonna find out hopefully today. Not long ago I was out at 100 yards and I was still able to control that camera with that Galaxy tablet. So that particular combination, at 100 yards I can still communicate with it. I can start recording, stop recording, zoom in, pan out, and do everything that it's supposed to do. And that's really awesome. I can't wait to see how much further that thing's gonna go. And then I wanna find out what I can do to it for mods. Maybe adding Wi-Fi extenders or something to it to be able to really push it out where it would come in super handy. So how cool is that? You get the ability to have an electronic spotting scope with a monitor right here, right wherever you are, wherever you're shooting, right in front of you. In my case, I didn't have to lay out any extra cache. I already had the camera. I already had the device that I was using to control the camera, and here it is. And that's that's really cool. So I hope this has been helpful to you. It's going to be very helpful to me moving forward. If it has, please click like, share us with your friends in your vast social media universe. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and make sure you hit notify. Check us out over on Patreon. It's a really cool little community that I just learned about. I'm like a caveman. I'm years and years behind, but I'm learning and I'm doing my best. Until next time, have fun and be safe.